Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Friday, the 22nd of April, 2022. I feel like there's supposed to be a birthday today, but I don't think there is. We've had birthday either the 21st or 22nd for the past 4 months. Anyway, it is, wow, it is cloudy. Overcast. 76 degrees Fahrenheit. 69% humidity. And 25 degrees Celsius here in Northeast Florida. So, is anybody still having problems locating my page? I mean, if you are, you probably aren't here to hear me, but I had a problem with YouTube. My account apparently got hacked, and they shut me down for spam. But I was able to get it reinstated yesterday. But I was having people hit me up on Facebook and asking what's going on with my page, because when they go to my page, it's showing that it doesn't have any content or whatever. So I don't know what to say or what to do about that. I think if you go to my home page, it will dang. I think if you go to my home page, it should pop up. There's still apparently a glitch in the system. I did send a letter to, or another email to YouTube support. So hopefully it'll get resolved here soon. Hopefully. Anyway. So as I've been going through stuff and reducing the amount of stuff that I have, like, I have no idea why I had 4 vacuum cleaners when I don't use any. Well, I do know why. Because I find them on the curb, and they work fine. And I will occasionally use one. But I had a whole closet full of like decent sized vacuum cleaners. I also had two of the little stick types, and out in the shed I've got a shop vac, a small shop vac. So I had my brother put a bunch of the vacuums out on the back of the Trailblazer. Got a sign out there that says and items on rack free, or I think right now it's just all worn away. But so anything that I don't want, but I don't really want to throw away, I take out, put out there, and it disappears within a couple of hours. There is still a stick vacuum, or whatever they're called, just sitting out there, and like a couple of little plastic boxes. If nobody takes them in the next day or so, or if it rains, then I'll take them and throw them in the dumpster. But anyway, along with that, my brother is apparently looking through various odds and ends as well. Some of the stuff that I've thrown out has ended up in his possession. and I'd given him a couple of these clown cars, monster cars from Monster 500 series. They're just, you know, Matchbox size or Hot Wheels size cars. And apparently there was more sitting in a box that he was moving. So he pulled them out and he asked if you can have those as well. Take them. You know, I don't have any place to put them. I've got a couple that I've kept, but a couple of the Matchbox type things that I've kept, Hot Wheels. But I'm not gonna. I don't have any place to display them like I used to. So ain't nothing but a thing. But talking about Hot Wheels and Matchbox. One of the Hart grandkids had a birthday this past weekend, and my one grandbrat that's, I think he's 11 now. I get so messed up with ages. 11 or 12, but I'm pretty sure that him and his other cousin are both 11. So anyway, the youngest, the Hart grandkid wanted. His mom said something about, you know, wanting Hot Wheels or Matchbox cars, using it as a generic term for, you know, that size car. Well, the 11-year-old is OCD, ADHD, Alphabet City. Yeah. So they got to the store, and the only thing that he was going to buy were actually Matchbox. Like, he looked at the Hot Wheels, he looked at the other ones that were cool, but nope. You said Matchbox, we're getting Matchbox. So he did bend enough to get a Hot Wheels carry case, because they don't have them as for Matchbox, and it ended up being one of the better gifts, because everybody brought, you know, that size car, and W had a place to put the larger percentage of the cars that he got. Which probably, the Cageman probably wasn't real enthused as we watched him do it, because he's the type that one car to one space, and if you look at that box 2 years later, it's going to have the same car in the same space. I know, because he does it. He's got 3 or 4 of those cases. Again, he's ADHD, OCD, but he also tests off the chart for his grade level. Like, he's just going into 6th grade, and he's testing at 10th grade and some college levels. So he may not be the smartest kid out there, but he's up in that upper percentage, guaranteed. So anyway, I brag on him fairly often, I think. But I mean, well, all kids tend to amaze, I think, at some point or another. Even if it's just their observation skills. Like the 2 I'm coming to pick up now, they're 5 and 6. Well, over the extended weekend, as I went through the various stuff in here, I was cleaning up reorganizing to some degree, which I need to. It's still not the way I used to have it. I can't really find anything. I'm missing a couple stoves. I'm missing utensil kits and my lighter kit. And anyway, they got in at school, got in and buckled down, and they're like, "Pop, what'd you do?" And then they're looking and they're like, "What is that thing up there?" And they're looking, because they're looking up here towards my compartment, and I had moved my walking stick to a more readily available location where I thought it was. It's not going to work there, but they saw that sticking up. They're like, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" And I had to show them what it was. A couple other things up here, but that doesn't. They catch on quick. Just little changes. And if you've seen the inside of this van, or if you've seen my Chamber of Chaos, things are. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in here right now that for them to pick out, one little thing like that and see that it's new or different is, I don't know, it kind of amazes me. Maybe because I'm not the type that would notice something like that, but they come up with well, like the 6-year-old the other day. Now they went down to Miami over the weekend, last weekend, five days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days. But I saw a picture that they had gone to the Gator Boys compound and got to ride an airboat. So I asked them about the Gator Boys. And they were telling me all about which guy it was that was wrestling the gator. And I said, "Well, did you all go out in the swamp?" They're like, "No." I said, "Well, didn't you go out on a boat ride?" Like, "Yeah." "Well, tell me about the boat." So they didn't say, like, I had to drag it out of them. It was an airboat. The oldest one was describing, he's like, "Well," he says, "the guy climbs up into his seat, which is sitting real high above everybody else, and he's got a seatbelt. None of us have a seatbelt, but he has a seatbelt, and he had to buckle in." He said, "If we were all sitting down in front of him without seatbelts on," he said, and he controls it with a stick. He says, "You push the stick forward, and it goes forward. You pull it back, and it doesn't go anywhere." So I was like, "Well, what kind of a motor does it have?" And he, like, real quick says, "It doesn't have a motor. It had a fan." So, yeah. Anyway, like I said, that was the part I wanted to get out of him. That he was on an airboat that was driven by a fan, and he went into this big long spiel about how the boat works. So, anyway, looks like we are about at the end of today's run. So I appreciate you all stopping in. I really do. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is you all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fantabulous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see you all again. I hope you have a fantabulous day. Slouchy, y'all.